you know me already. Those of you who don't, are in for a great big fucking surprise. And those of you who do can expect an infinitely more horrible time than they care to remember.
Signage, weed in a sock, beacon a snot, BBB, little pop to a fever, made to ride my sleepiest out. Spring and bell exploding through my polar tech, got a soul the best when I'm coalesce, got a nose for the bullshit and overstep, but right deep in for the solar press, the quark in the mood to the gold in the chest, noticing on programming the actual way to progress, to convey an effect, I've been y'all to the bated breath, that freight, that plague, that bayonet, that hate, that base, death, that all in together, I'm afraid that train is left, I ain't made through bullshit a baby step, I'm off in the flesh, no way to test, I'm on praise in hell, I make raisin bread, raise no wolf, milk, and I raise her head, I'm all good. Quietly hacking away at a hideous riff on the formula. What is the work of it? Isn't a ticket that's living a vivid euphoria, Graybeard wayward, parade wave and vacate the framework. Phase down traits of blank tapes to make worms seek. Ease in the weeks, no safer. K no K babe, all true tales from the pay grade. Heavy on my lace in the way game. Tiptoe tail by a trail of craters. I am way too keen to major rate too. Let me guess, too brave through to make hazels take the well, but I too. I don't really pander or plan to behave. Pull these sketches a hand from the grave unholy. Don't lumen all the upholsteries. Poor old non, I would roll on a rosary. I know. I go from my homie to Bokeh and Ghost. I'm sorry if you know me as both. Still flow harsh from the haystack. I get free hugs and a play mask. I don't trust any else love to be more than a cheap boy. Still genuine pops on the bottomless pit. Backseat driver, the lazy draw. I don't aim to please, I don't aim at all. I'm okay. Actively seeking to underdevelop a sentimentality. Why am I here if it isn't effectively cutting the helligans out of me?
Camping knife with an itsy bitsy fork and spoon, and a place to hang my canteen.
Oh! Yeah. Let's go. What's up, people? It's another Monday. It's another Monday. If you haven't noticed, we're right here in the trenches. In the trenches. And yeah, it's more quests. It's more quests. What else do we do here? What else do we do here besides things that don't matter? You know, things that don't matter. As you can see here, quite a little thing loaded up for you guys, in case you are curious. Little reactions, as well as our events of the day, which will be music, which will be fun and games and all of the whimsy, but I like to put up little knowledgeable tidbits, just that I have someone to talk to grind out the thoughts with and whatnot. The thoughts and expressions, but I hope you all are having a wonderful start to the week. Wake your punk ass up, America! Japan, go to sleep. Rest well. Easterns, you know, they get to chill out, but us, you know, we get no rest, guys. It's time to work, okay? It's time to work, time to grind, okay? Grind. Before we get into our events of the day, video-wise, I do want to play some music for you guys. I do want to hang out and be creative, because I like doing that. So for today, I think, yes, we'll get rid of this one. We are going to do Name Niwa in the cosplay form. So it's gonna be pretty fun. I will just mute myself. That is the wrong thing I opened up. Mute myself, and then we'll have some fun. Just chill it out in the fairy mirror. Figuring out how we're going to do this. And I have a little bit of a cute thing for you guys, a little bit of a cute picture for you guys that I'm going to put over this thingy thing here. Where is it? Is it up here already? It is not up here already. It is not up here already. Because I hate myself. Okay, so let's pull that up. Let's pull that up so that I have something to look at, something beautiful to look at. And then we'll play some music with lyrics as well. No worries there. I know you guys weren't worried about that. Here she is. Here she is. She has arrived. Don't go over the game, woman. Okay, so this is what we're going to be referencing here. And we'll see how well I can replicate it. Right? We'll see. But I think I want to do the main outfit here. This one right here. So I'll be using like this sort of set. So all of these for like general outfit references. And then here's another outfit as well. But yeah, we're doing Niwa. We're doing Niwa today. Okay, so now we explain that. I've done my little intro. Chillax, guys. I got you for an hour. Let's listen to some tunes, baby! Oh, I didn't need to turn it up that way. That was woo! That's the wrong way to turn it up. Okay. gotta take a quick pause here, because I think, methinks he forgot to put on. I think I saved. Methinks, yeah, I did. Got to put on the streaming. Remember, when in Rome, people, when in Rome. When in Rome. Don't be an illegal! Okay, moving on. I actually kind of have to watch what I buy here a little bit. It's not like I'm broke, but I'm not rich at the moment, and I don't want to switch characters and have to send money over and do all that shit. And it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So I'm gonna try my best to grab some cheapo stuff, which means I gotta go higher. Here, actually, I don't really know what I'm gonna do for the skirt. Real talk, like. We'll figure it out though. I might skip the Drake. I don't know. I'll see how I feel after the scary hours.
You know who even bang said I did CB. The nigga cold, lose a sleep on this, it ain't me. You better have some paperwork or that shit fake tea. Can't be rapping by no rap that we can't read. I mean it's true, a nigga slimy for my AP. Just like I met your nigga slimy for his main squeeze. Now you begging for attention, nigga say please. Always rapping like you about to get the slaves free. You just acting like an activist, it's make believe. Don't even go back to your hood and plant no money trees. Say you hate the girls I fuck with, what you really mean? I've been with black and white and everything that's in between. You the black messiah wiping up a mixed queen. And hit vanilla cream to help out with your self-esteem. Also Bobby shit, I wanna know what we need. All that puppy love was over in y'all late teens. Why you never hold your son and tell him say cheese? We could've left the kids out of this, don't blame me. You a dog, you know, you just play sweet. Your baby mama cash was always screaming, save me. You did it dirty, trying to make peace. I heard it one of
I'm saying I'm trying to save money, but I think what I'm doing is grabbing a very expensive green right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I think I'm fucking over my wallet heavily. And I don't care. I care for not. I care for not. I know specifically this is hella expensive. That is the color I want though. Might as well, right? It's funny because it's not even that different. Matters to me though. Maybe I could just maybe get away with like a yellow. I definitely could actually. Okay, yeah, yellow's a lot cheaper. We'll do that. It still makes me happy. That's all that matters. And Niwa does not wear gloves. She is gloveless. No gloves for Nane. Gonna go ahead and take these off too. Now, shoes-wise, it's gonna be a little difficult. It's gonna be a little difficult for me, personally. I don't really know. I really, you know, I could lie to you and say I do know, but I don't. You know, I don't know what those are. They could be like these. You know, that works. That works for me. If it works for you, it works for me. Those are kind of expensive though, so let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. Could probably color something different. They might not be actually that expensive, but I still want to make sure I'm getting something a little cost-effective for me. Like I said, I am pretty broke. Pretty broke. This works. I want the silver. What's the other color do? What's at the top of the shoe? I think it is kind of like a red, or red. What are colors even? I think it's like a black and white shoe actually, so I think it's fine. Or see, like here though, I don't know. It's a little different. It's a little different. Okay, fine game. You know what? Fine, I'll keep looking. Jeez. To ask me twice. I understand that the job is never fucking done. Okay, let's see here. I really don't like any of these too much. Yeah, if I could complain about any glamour specific part, I would probably say gloves are the worst. And then shoes is right behind them. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm the weirdo for not thinking there's enough shoe quality, but I feel like there's just a distinct lack of really good boots or heels. Am I crazy? Am I crazy to think that? I kind of like these. Oh my gosh, keep pressing the wrong button to turn. I kind of like these, though. I'm not even sure if I can buy those, actually. I might have to cash shop them or get them from an event. These are good too. I probably shouldn't go into that realm. Yeah. I think it's because they try to have agendered shoes a lot. So they can't really have like girly boots because everybody's got to be able to wear them. Those are pretty cool. Ooh, it's like the new equipment. I could go into the Zelmea for that. But definitely don't want to buy it. That got released like 2 updates ago. It fits very well though. So you know what? I'm gonna keep it there. I am gonna keep it there. Actually, is this its original color? It is. I could make them shinier. Don't want to. Don't want to. She has worn boots, you know. We've been walking some miles in these shoes. Okay, and then up top, I think I already have this accessory that I want to put up here, actually. A little flower in her hair. Flower in the hair. I'm pretty sure I already have this one. I'm gonna find it in here anyways. It's a pretty high level thing. Yeah, here we go. So, maybe like this. No, this. Maybe. This. We can probably change the colors of that. This. Probably change the colors of that. Chat. I really thought there was a better hair flower than this, but maybe I'm the crazy one. Once again, there is no maybe to that statement. I just like, you know, gaslighting myself to think I'm one of you normal people. I keep saying you normal people like there's even anybody here. If you are here, you're probably not normal because like this is a... There we go! This is a strange stream. We'll say it like that. We'll say it like that. It is quite the strange one. Okay. Okay. I'm cool with that. I'm accepting of that. That's what we got so far. And of course, nothing is final. Nothing is truly ever final. All that fun stuff. But this is indeed what we have so far for this one. Let me see if I can get a slightly better top. And then we'll go send this one over to the presses. Over to Depresso Regresso. Fight some monsters. I think I'm going to do the weekly for you guys here. Probably just going to go through it on all my characters. And if we have more time afterwards, I'll get a little bit of the pyramid done. Maybe a little bit of the book. It's a good one. These, so the reason why these don't have the clover on them like all these other ones up here, because these you have to get through the jobs, the crafting jobs. If you max out your crafting, you get the crafting set, right? So that's why all of these are down here, not technically able to be bought with money. Oh, this is pretty good. Hold on, let me move over a little bit to this. My mouse. does have a little bit of a like a midriff section there, but it's not like as wide, you know. And maybe I need more sleeve area, more sleevage. I think so. I think I do. I think I do need more sleevage. Let's see here. This could also work. I want that stummy out, though. I want that stummy out. Let me see here. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think any of these are really gonna do it for me. Oh, this one's pretty good. Actually, guys, hold up. Wait a minute. Probably should have thought of this earlier, honestly. This is a relatively new equipment piece. I think I need the green. Oh, I actually don't even really need the green. Not really. If that green is expensive, I might just not use it. Because, I mean, it's not like it doesn't work, right, Chad? It's not like it doesn't work. This works. This works. Leave me the fuck alone. It works. I think green here would just be kind of overkill, honestly. Like, it looks more kosher, if you will. I'll go ahead and put it on there. Okay. But keep looking, because that was a very nice find. I think so, though. I think that is what we want. Alright, it's been decided! Why do I have so much Drake on here? Jesus Christ!
50,000 on my head is disrespect. So offended that I had to double check. I'ma always take the money over sex. That's why they need me out the way, what you expect. Got a lot of blood and it's cold. They keep trying to get me for my soul. Thankful for the women that I know. Can't go 50-50 with no hope. Every month, I'm supposed to pay her bills and get her what she want. I still got like 7 years of doing what I want. My dad still got child support from 1991. Out of town, people love to pop a lot of shit and come around. Word to Flacco Jody, he done seen us put it down. Niggas asking if I'm cool, I'm upset. 100,000 on my head is disrespect. So offended that I had to double check. You tryna check? This is real life. Niggas think we playing chess. So what's next? Jump up out the bed like I'm possessed. I go out on tour and I say I'm drinking less. End up getting loose and getting pictures from my ex. SMS, triple X. That's the only time I ever shoot below the neck. Why you keep on shooting if you know that nigga dead? That's the only kind of shit that gets you some respect. Got a lot of blood and it's cold. They keep trying to get me for my soul. Thankful for the women that I know. Can't go 50-50 with no hope. Every month, she don't even love me, she just putting on a front. She gon' try and set a lot of court and make a run. Then gon' ask me how I'm doing, I'm upset. $500,000 on my head, I can't accept, yeah. At least it made me feel like someone tried their best, yeah. Wanna waste $500,000, be my guest. Make me wanna buy a vest and a tech. But I'm blessed, I just checked. Hate me, never met me in the flesh. Say she got some things she gotta come here and collect. That shit is in a box to the left, to the left. Got a lot of blood and it's cold. They keep trying to get me for my soul. Thankful for the women that I know. Can't go 50-50 with no hope. Screwed up, his shit got burned up, so he fucked her up and she turned big.
So I am broke. I am broke. It's okay to be broke, guys. It's okay to be broke. You just have to not tell anybody, not buy anything. But because I am incredibly impoverished, I'm gonna do the weekly. I'm gonna do a couple of book bosses for you guys. I'm gonna take this away. We will listen to a few more songs, and then I'll go ahead and start the reaction section of the stream. And then afterwards, I'll send some money to myself at the end of stream here, maybe in about 15 minutes. And we'll finish up the cosplay. Okay. Don't worry, I will get through my reactions quickly because I do double speed. I do double time. And although I do have a lot to say, always. Doesn't really matter. We'll get to the video. Okay, so Barbarados. Let's go hit him. Let's go fuck him up. Let's go fuck him up. So I can fuck you up.
Make shit speed up, I hate this re-up. The shit costs too much, the lift off blew up. The bullshit's teed up, the heart got beat up. But which one's Pluto? You swung 6 sun, this my judo. But which one you know? You can't know me though. He ain't no ego, my eyes go blank. My brain goes zero, cause that's my piece. Release my ego, a L-side strike. And it's like Hapkido, it's like that people. It's like with Professor X wiped Magneto. I'm like Bandito, sometimes I flip and I find tranquilo. My costume's green, the nightmare's below. The scene goes dark, time to fight back hero. I lift my feet up, I lift my feet up, I lift my feet up. I tripped, took a bad fall. But we had nothing to land on. Damn, she reached out, put her hands on me. But then we knew we had the mad fall. Shit, took a bad fall. But we had nothing to land on. Damn, she reached out, put her hands on me. But then we knew we had the mad fall. After the night, don't leave your girl around me. True player for real. Ask my nigga for real. Smell it. Smell it. Don't leave your girl around me. True player for real. Ask my nigga for real. Situations will arise in our lives, but you gotta be smart about it. Celebrations with the guys I sacrificed, 'cause I knew you could not sleep without it. Meanwhile, I love you for my girl. You see, just so steady, baby. It's okay, girl. 'Cause I'm gonna be alright tonight. You don't have to go. It's okay, girl. 'Cause I'm gonna be alright tonight. Oh, girl, your face is saying why. Tears the night. Should have been more smart about it. Should have cherished me. Listening to friends. Now it's the ending. And again, no reckoning without it. Damn, I love you for my girl. See, I the world of you. But you're so steady. I'm honestly too young of a guy to stay home, waiting for love. So tonight, I'm gonna do anything within time, and that's party. Oh yeah. Oh no. You don't gotta go. We gotta go. It's okay. I'm a baby girl. I'ma be alright. Tonight I'm going out with my nigga. It's okay. I'm alright, girl. I'ma be alright tonight. I'm alright. Boogie tonight. 'Cause I'm honestly too young of a guy to stay home, waiting for love. So tonight, I'm gonna do anything within time, and that's party. I'ma be alright tonight. It's okay, it's okay. I'ma be alright tonight. Oh, yeah. It's okay, girl. I'ma be alright. I'm gonna have it tonight. It's okay, it's okay. I'ma be alright tonight. I'm not waiting at home for you. Bye.
All she needed was some. 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 All she needed was.
At a Clippers game on the court side. Watch a nigga shoot like a 4-5. They mad at me too, I got more fire. Why these bitches see you? Go home ride.
Go home, Rod.
Seeing Tamara in my bed, I'm a smart guy. I ain't fucking with you niggas like a part-time. Nah. It's summer, let's check my archive. I'm so immaculate, instead of asking what's happening, rather blast a Jack to 5 in the back of an Acura, acting blacker than the Bernie Mac, 2 Charlie Murphys and Akon. The girls that you brought, man, where are they from? Where are they from? We were playing PlayStation. Why you standing there and say song? Girl, say song. No, this ain't a vacation. This is my house, my house. All she needed was some.
All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some. All she needed was some.
Bought a new bag, 8K, nigga. But 8K. Oh, goodness gracious, guys. We are done with a little bit of this boss, but I think it's time for instrumental land. I am lyricking too much. I'm getting too into it, you know? So we'll get to this business. I'll do maybe 1 or 2 more bosses while I do this. Make sure my reaction snuffs are up to cuff. So right here we have social skills that make you magnetic for guide. Now, if you've been watching the channel for any amount of time, you know that I am aided. I'm gifted in the social arts, but despite that, I do not enjoy conversing with people. I'm not a fan of peer-to-peer connection. But what we're probably going to witness here, and go ahead and like the video, go ahead and subscribe to the top tier man. He doesn't need it, but go do it anyways, right? What I've noticed is a lot of people don't talk to each other, they talk at each other. And motherfuckers know when they're doing it even, you know? It's disgusting how, you know, we choose to blind ourselves and distract ourselves from the truth. But when you realize a lot of people don't really want to talk to someone, they just want to be heard, it becomes a very sad, sad world for us, you know, genuine communicators. And I realized quite soon that, you know, friends may not be what you actually want. But because of the world and the intrinsic nature of it, I kind of denied that fact. And I was like, no, there's no way you just want to be a lonely gooner for the rest of your life. There's no way someone can be happy just sitting in the room playing video games and masturbating all day. Interesting. So let's see what techniques I'm already probably using to further force this reality in here. You know, let's just figure this thing out here. You and me together. So let's go instrumental mode, and we'll turn this down just a little bit more. Go ahead and get into it.
What's going on, fellas? So guys, people do not respond to your words. When you are communicating with women,
look, I literally just said that.
Business partners, when you're communicating with your friends, with your children, even with your dog.
They talk at each other. They don't talk to each other.
Communicating with usually responds to your frequency, which is what, fellas?
Feelings.
Watching my videos and paying attention. For all you guys who don't know what frequency means, frequency is basically your energy. So today we're going to talk about social skills. And not only are we going to discuss social skills, but I'm going to show you how you can use your social skills to become a more magnetic and charismatic man. Now, this is how I'm going to explain this.
Which is not what you want. Everybody who's magnetic is trying to push people away.
About your voice, your tone,
and
your body language. All of these are spiritual tools. Tools that God uses to express himself. Alright, so this is easy. Remember I said everything is within. God is within.
Fuck me, we've lost. Actually, maybe Chrono can solo this.
Through your social skills, alright? Through your energy, through your frequency. So this video is not necessarily about being attractive. This video is about being magnetic. And being magnetic is not about being
probably bring a healer.
It's about presence.
That'd be wise.
It's about power. So I'm going to show you how divine men, not masculine men, not red pill men, I'm going to show you how divine men communicate. Alright, fellas? It's going to better your results in life, with women, in business, everywhere. Alright, fellas? So take notes and pay attention. Let's get right into it. Now, I did a video.
And let me pause it right there, top tier man, because I mean, it's a lonely life when you try to build these retarded things that don't really fucking matter, man. You know what you need to build? Your foundation of peace. And then slowly put things on top of that, like a fucking Jenga tower, and wait for some idiot to come along and think they're doing something good for you and knock it down. That's all you need to do, you know, and then be okay with the idiot knocking down, because guess what that means? That means I have more opportunities to build it up again. And I hope to dear God that the message you're using to build up this stupid Jenga tower are fun. You know, they're things that you would do anyways. Because if they're not, you're going to end up resenting if you win or if you lose, you know? Because it's like, why did I waste all this fucking time? So if you are an anti-social person or you know, you don't have the social skills that you need, of course videos like this are indeed helpful. They're cool, they're nice, they're super tubular, dude. But I wouldn't recommend mentally stimulating yourself with this shit too much. I'd recommend just getting out there and doing what you actually want to do. And oftentimes that doesn't have anything to do with people. You're just going to become more socially viable to more people, you know, the more people you hang out with, you know, just naturally. So don't fucking worry about it. Most social things and social connections and skills or whatever are just like letting people talk and hear themselves and just chilling out, you know, adhering to the bullshit, bending over backwards for someone's retardation. And that's what you're doing here. You're bending over backwards for my retardation. I don't hear anything in the chat. I don't see anything in the box. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's probably even here. I am just sort of calling out to the void, and that's what people love, you know? They just like to get a little bit of good feedback back. So, you know, I like all my own videos so that it seems like somebody's actually there who cares. But yeah, in general, all this bullshit, I just want to say, before we even get started, it is not that serious. These are all guidelines, you know, little frameworks for you. Build that foundation of peace and nothing else will get in the way of it.
In a more energetic way. All right, fellas, because before you open up your mouth, as soon as you walk into a room, your energy speaks, and it speaks volumes, whether it's high volume or low volume, whether it's high frequency or low frequency. This will all based on the refinement, how you refine these said spiritual tools that you've been granted and gifted with at birth. All right, fellas. So when we break down these three areas, fellas, your voice, your tone, and your body language, because this is what's paid attention to, not the clothes you wear, fellas. All right, not your shoes, not even your watch. Sometimes your car, and even sometimes your watch and your shoes, fellas. But most times it's all about your presence, it's all about your energy. So how do we break this down? Voice, tone, and body language, fellas. You got to understand, 55% of your communication is based on your body language. All right, fellas. Like
I think I've said this in the part before.
All right, before your voice
in one of the version 2 episodes.
How you stand, your darty ass eyes when you're looking around looking for validation when you walk into rooms. Fellas, let me give you an example of presence and energy. All right, fellas, and communicating like a guy. When you walk into a room, some of you guys do this. When you walk into a room, the first thing some of you guys do is you look around to see what? To see who sees you. All right, now let me tell you this. Whoever sees you or doesn't see you is not going to change based on if you noticed it or not. All right, like I said, your energy will speak before.
Bro! So I like it when he attacks it with logic like that.
When you fixing your clothes and posturing up and playing your favorite song before you walk into the gym because you think you're going to tap into some type of aura field or something, fellas. Why do y'all do that shit?
Yo, he's roasted him. Leave him alone. I fucking hate the gym.
Let's talk about body language. So guys, rule of thumb: your body moves before your mouth speaks. What you carry is already talking. All right, fellas. Now it's good to know how to talk. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But guys, you gotta understand. So when you walk into rooms and when you have a conversation, fellas, want to talk about body language? Open chest. See, a lot of you guys when you talk, you got this closed-in posture. Fellas, in this primitive world, if you are small, you're inferior. All right, this is why women love tall men. This is why women love big men. This is why somebody who's 6'4", 250 pounds, when they walk into a room, you try to figure out what the fuck going on, making sure he's not a threat.
Short king, stand up tall, stand up straight. That's all you can do, man. Be proud of your shortness.
Somebody, you find out he's a real threat. You understand what I'm saying? So no matter how tall you are, how big you are, if you go into a conversation with closed-in body language,
but on top of that, even short kings, he's gonna go into this a little bit here, but short kings can have presence, which is way bigger than just like a tall guy. You know, I'm a tall guy. I haven't always had presence. You know, I slouch a lot. I have a lot of tendencies to hate my own aura. Be a little self-hater. I'm gonna do one more boss, and then we're gonna go get some money. But yeah, it's the larger than life aura that you can carry with you. You know, just the small things, like he said. You don't need to walk in and see who's checking you out. Who gives a fuck? And I'm sorry that this cannot come natural to a lot of people. It comes natural to people who have tuned into abundance. It doesn't even matter if it really exists. It doesn't matter if I can actually date 8 girls at the same time right now. Who cares if I can? But the way I act makes you feel like I could. And that's all that really matters, man. That's about it. That's about it. You just gotta act like you the shit at all times. And it's really annoying because this confidence will not get you a lot of love from your other fellow guys, friends, whatever. It breeds a lot of chaos, right? It is what you want to do if you want to be magnetic, though. It is. And I implore you guys, really think about your wants and needs. Like, do you really need all that attention? What will it really gain you? You know, are you using it to fuel you forward or to get you out of your trap of inferiority? Because, you know, if that's the case, it's gonna sound annoying, but just get good at something. You know, it could be anything. Just get good at something that can give you confidence.
When you're sitting in chairs and you're sitting like this, sit up, all right?
Yep. The slouching. I'm sorry. I'm literally slouching right now.
Act like you meant to be there. When you're sitting like this,
Jesus.
It not only means that you don't look like you're supposed to be there, but it also means you don't feel safe.
Jesus.
So if you feel inferior, that energy is going to speak and they're going to feel superior over you, all right? But if you stand up tall, you change the dynamic and you change the frequency, all right, fellas? Now, how do you get better at this? You get better at this by doing this when you're sitting by yourself. And I say this all the time for you guys who invite women over to your house. How you do one thing is how you do everything. If you invite a woman over to your house and you wait till she get there for you to start spraying and cleaning everything, wiping everything down and putting your LED lights up, but that's not your normal, fellas, she will know why, because energy speaks louder than anything. But if that's your normal and you live like a king, whether or not you got a bitch or not, energy speaks louder than words. She gonna know that's really you, other than that you performing. All right, so you gotta practice this shit no matter where you go. So when you sit down in your chairs, when you sit on the toilet, sit up straight. All right, you take a shit.
Take a shit standing up. Take a shit standing up. That's how you gotta do it.
Tall body language, all right, especially when you're talking to men in business situations. Don't walk up to no man with your shoulders slouchy. I'm not saying I'm not gonna respect you. I'm just saying
I do that shit all the time.
Stand up with your shoulders back, chin up, big chest. All right, now fellas, I want to tell you guys something. Life is short, but the art of life is long. All right, fellas. Little poetry for you guys. What I'm basically saying is some of you guys need to slow down. I know life is short. You gotta get shit done. You gotta move fast through life. You gotta knock out your tasks. Boom, boom, boom. I'm high performance as shit. All right, don't nobody work harder than me. But understand, when I'm having conversations, especially when I'm talking to women, slow down. All right, slow down when you're talking. We'll talk about that in a second. But slow down your movement. All right, fellas. So when you're talking to women, let's say
although I do love the fast speech of this video, you guys notice that I do take a lot of pauses. I can see clearly the results of my actions, and so I've just observed what happens when I think before I speak, and it's not pretty. It's not beautiful. It is not attractive. And so I just cut that shit out. Take the calculated pauses, chill out with people, understand where they are really coming from, because oftentimes, like he's getting into here, the tone will tell you a different story than the actual content. Oftentimes, you know? It's like when everybody greets each other with a stupid greeting, and they're all like, how you doing? And they're all like, I'm good. Now imagine if I said this, I'm good. And imagine if I said this, I'm good. You know, those two things, same thing, they tell you very different stories, you know? And you don't even need my body language with that. You needed none of that. You know, you just tell like, oh, whoa, something's going on here, you know? So I think I have a lot of money on Chrono. Money in my Chrono, money in my logo, money in my Dodo. Okay. Do I have tons of funds? Let's see here. I'll go ahead and play top tier again.
Right, and then you got your bag on you, moving around, whatever you got, G. Maybe you got some shades.
Holy
maybe
shit!
Car, you
Let's go.
Car, whatever, G. When you're interacting with women, especially men too, but specifically women, G. Slow down, slow movement, G. You rushing, you fidgeting, all the G. Slow down. Like when you're walking into buildings, G. Some of my friends tell me I walk slow. I don't think I walk slow. I just think I'm smooth as shit. All right, and women love it. But G, when you walking in public, you gotta understand when you see somebody walking slow, that shit catches your attention. Just think about somebody walking fast. You like, and they walk by, you notice them, they probably attractive, but you're like, they walk too fast. It's too much movement, right? But when somebody walking slow through a crowd of people, it catches your eye and you notice them, especially if they look good. So when you're in public places, I know I always say match the energy, you know, match the vibe of the room, but sometimes you gotta be the tuning for it. So if everybody in the room is moving out fast and talking fast, G, you be the gravity shift in the room. Slow your movements down. Women gonna notice you more when you're not moving like everybody else. All right, fellas, when you're not turning your head just trying to see who's looking or trying to catch people eye contact, when you steady locked in, focus on what you're doing and what's around you, and you can choose where you want to give your energy. But some of you guys, you energy leak everywhere with your body language, all right? Every time somebody come up to you, you turn around and face them. Every time somebody look at you, you turn and you give them your energy. This is why when women see you in the gym, they'll like you at first and they'll clock you across the gym, and then
you need to buy paper.
Stand in your frame, moving slow, moving intentional, locked in on what you're doing. You turn your G. Some of you guys don't even know you do this shit, just subconscious. Why? Because you understand women. You understand yourself. You need to drop in your own body. And then you see her, you're like, oh shit, she like me. And you turn around subconsciously, and now she's like, damn, he easy. See, you done missed your whole set. You forgot how many reps you was doing because of beautiful chicks on you, right, fellas? So intentional movement, all right? Body language is key. Now I know I ran through those points because I wanted to get to something big. And the question that I get from a lot of guys.
And that's so annoying. That's one of the huge double standards that I fucking hate in life. And this whole narrative of, why aren't guys approaching me? Why is nobody talking to me? Because, dog, everybody who's done that in the past, ergo me and all the fucking other losers and idiots and gooners and shit, everybody who's done that in the past has always been burned, you know? Just in awkward ways. So much so that we really only wait until, like, the absolute perfect opportunity. And it never fucking happens. And even then, when it does happen, I'm the idiot who's thinking about 5 steps ahead where it's like, what am I gonna do with this woman? You know, how am I going to like actually help her in her life? And oftentimes it's not in good ways. Not in good ways, not in profitable ways. So I just wait for them to come to me. And they never fucking do. They never fucking will. And that's just the life we're living in now, guys. You know, there's no good way to get in. There's no good way to get out. If you want to be magnetic, I hope you're doing this for business opportunities and not to get a woman, because that is an easy path to exploitation. You know, surefire way to get completely destroyed mentally. How do I, oh, you know what? I have to actually use the item, don't I? Yeah, I do. Okay, there we go. Now we write. Now we write. Let's write things. Oh, do I have to press minus? Yes, I do. Okay. Let's write things.
It's about eye contact, all right? Which is your gaze. Now, something that a lot of you guys haven't been taught is why your eye contact is not just you looking at somebody and they looking at you, all right, fellas? Eye contact, you know how they always say the eyes are the gateway to the soul? Fellas, that's real, all right? You can literally soul connect with a woman or a person through energetic eye contact, all right? So what I mean by that is, you know, like some of you guys who are Muslim, Allah tells you to lower your gaze. Gee, that's important. That's why your eyes, your social skills are spiritual tools to how God expresses himself, all right, fellas? Pay attention. So when you're looking at a woman, and you're staring at her as if you've never seen a woman before. Fellas, I know women are beautiful. I know, I understand. But some of you guys need to act like you've had sex before. Or at least act like you saw some titties before. All right, fellas? Stop acting like these women are extraterrestrial creatures. I know, G, they elegant, right? They smell good, too. Oh, my God, bro. You ever been thinking about your girl? You be like, damn, I love this bitch. Fellas, I know, I get it, right? It's distracting, but understand, it ain't about trying to win her, manipulate her, or have her thinking you in your frame. It's about you. It's about energy leaks, all right? That's what this video is really about. Because social skills ain't even hard, fellas. You've been born with social skills, all right, fellas? You don't need to learn how to communicate. You just need to stop leaking your energy everywhere, all right, guys? So when it comes to body language and eye contact, when you look at a woman, just like I said, be intentional about everything. Be intentional with your eye contact, fellas. So let me land this plane. When you look at people, I want you to look through them. Don't just look at a woman, all right? Because when you look at a woman, you do a few things sometimes. Sometimes some of you guys objectify women with your eyes too much, and you don't even know what you're doing. You turn women off when you do that. She knows she's fine. And I know she wore them booty shorts at the gym. You probably like, well, why you wore them shorts if you didn't want me to look? Fellas, that's the paradox of women. It don't make sense, right? Why you wore it, right? Right, exactly. But that's what it is, right? It's restraint. It's called divine restraint. So when you cannot be all darty-eyed like every other man, and when you actually look at a woman, you can look through her and look through her soul, all right, fellas? You change your fucking game. And I'm not just talking about looking at her body. I'm talking about looking at her like she's a regular fucking human being. Looking at her like she's a 4, all right? So I want you guys to start practicing this shit. This is easy. Start looking at 9s and 10s like they 4s. Start looking at their body. Look at them like they shit and put on their pants just like you. Like they got trauma, like they got demons. Like
so I don't know if this is gonna help everybody, honestly, because like I don't honestly, being real, guys, I don't know if you even want to get to this level, because it kind of takes away a lot of the magic of, you know, actually being around women or people of the opposite sex. You don't want to just become like an emotionless, soulless, you know, lump of sack that doesn't care about anything beautiful in the world. But at the same damn time, it is helpful to hone your sexual energy and put it towards somewhere else instead of just towards, every girl who passes by in booty shorts, like he's saying, So yeah, it's more of like a discipline, a self-control thing. I'd say for me specifically, this is not going to work for everybody, but for me specifically, when I said, you know what, guys are attractive too, why aren't I going crazy over an attractive guy? And then I really thought about that, and it's because, this is gonna sound so bad, but it's because I respect them more. If I even saw like an attractive guy streamer, I wouldn't go into his chat and start gooning to him and be like, oh god, you're so fucking hot. Oh my god. Because like you automatically respect them more. And I think it's because, there's just the reality that they could beat the shit out of you. There's not that reality with women. So I just sort of added that to them, because they've added that to themselves, Girls can beat the shit out of you. Financially, emotionally, I don't know, some guys sexually, I don't know. Spiritually, definitely. And I have to act like that is a reality at all times. It's just that, I have to be on guard for that. Now, does that turn me into a more sick and twisted individual? Yes. Does it make me more quiet and less, pliable to different kinds of offers and social stimuli? Yes, it does. It does. And you can either take these as bad or good things. Depends on how you view it. But all in all, I think this idea of just being more discerning, more cautious of things, love or hate, and really investigating where they're coming from, it's a lot more helpful, and of course it's going to feel a lot more lonely. That is the problem of us nowadays. It's that we don't know how to deal with that feeling and actually use it towards something that benefits mankind instead of hurting everyone around you. But yeah, that's what I'd say. Just add the pain to the women. Respect them more. And I know that sounds so gay, man. That sounds, holy shit, is this guy a homosexual? Yes, he is. But yeah, I feel like that's the main thing. That's the main thing. You have to, because like I honestly think of the golden rule type shit. Honestly, guys, if you think I'm attractive, never fucking tell me. And that's what I would like for people to do to me. Like, you could drop a compliment here or there. You can say my art's good, but the problem with this whole social economy and the casual flirting and stuff, I might do a reaction to that later because I have a video on that I watched yesterday. The problem with this is we leave around our emotional baggage for people to just pick up and replace, and it's not right to, just say, hey, you're so hot, you're so great, you're so amazing, and then leave them in the dust. Because like I said, we're all fucking lonely right now. We're all fucking lonely and starved. That's why we keep going for these cheap imitations of love that we have online and, sometimes even in real life. Don't fall for the tricks, though. We are all murderers. We are all killers and fiends, okay? So, may not be the happiest, go-luckiest way to live. But realizing that everybody's out to kill you, save you a lot of heartbreak. Save the people around you and the people around them a lot of future emotional baggage. You won't fuck them up for whatever thing they're gonna come into for the rest of their lives, because it's never over until you give up. And on top of it, allows me to focus, because honestly, I just enjoy getting better at things. I really don't care about much else. So, as long as I'm slowly getting better at cosplays, video games, music, reacting, talking, I really don't care. I really don't care. And I've noticed a lot of times when people connect or elope with someone, they lose that ability to grow. Because I got this other fucking idiot to take care of. So how am I supposed to grow? Like, how am I, in truth, really supposed to grow with this gigantic parasite? It takes a certain kind of person. Put the fear in them, though.
Like they make mistakes, like they fuck up, just like
they be doing things.
So they're not special, they're not perfect. So understand, when you look at people, when you have a conversation with a man in a business deal, you look through him, all right? You don't look at him, you look through him. It's like some of you guys, if you ever play football, if you ever play defense, and your coach tell you, you run through the tackle. You don't tackle the man. You tackle as if there was a man behind him and you're trying to hit him. Why? Because if you do that, you're going to pierce through him, and you're going to hit him so hard, and you're going to be wondering what the fuck wrong with you that day. All right, fellas? Some of you guys who play ball, you understand, especially defensive players. But you got to look through the person. Now, don't look at somebody like you want to kill them, fellas, all right? Nice, soft, masculine gaze. But look through them. If you need more help on this, I recommend you join my mentorship program. I'm going to put a link in the description so you can book an introduction call so I can help you level up your social skills and your presence. But guys, body language. This is 55% of your communication, 55% of your social skills. All right, fellas, now, let's move to voice. Now, I actually made an error. Tone was supposed to be words. And it's actually voice and tone. Now, your voice and tone is 38% of your communication. Now, these numbers are subjective.
Cool. I haven't seen this pose.
40%. Some people may jump in the
This is a
comments,
hermit pose.
2%. Gee, I don't give a shit. All right, I needed numbers to equal 100%. That's why I picked 38. All right, fellas. God damn, I already know somebody doing this shit right now. Because y'all did that shit on my last video when I talked about social skills. It's actually 22 KD. Actually, it's 22% voice and tone.
I'm gonna give her a watermelon.
I don't care. It's not that important. If you pay attention to what's
I think she
going on,
likes
you know what I'm
watermelon.
saying? So voice and tone. Now,
Give her
let's talk about
watermelon.
tone. You know, I always tell you guys you want a calm presence, right? Calm what? Energy. Calm frequency. Nobody wants to be around anything chaotic. Except chaotic people, right? And you are what you attract. If you want to attract peace and harmony and love, you have to be peace, harmony, and love. If you want to attract dumb shit, then do dumb shit, right? Because what? Dumb shit leads to what, fellas? Dumb shit.
True.
But understand, if you want to attract calm and peaceful and high frequency environments and dynamics and dialogues and conversations, you have to have a calm tone and a calm voice. So what your voice and your tone is basically your frequency transmitter, all right? Your voice and your tone, remember I said, these are tools, bro. Spiritual tools to how God, to how your soul reflects itself to the world. So your frequency transmitter. So when you say stuff at a certain tone, you basically show people how you feel, your inner state. So I'll give you an example. Let's say me and you are friends, right? We boys. And then you call me one day, you like, hey, KD, guess what? I'm like, what's good, G? You like, hey, bro, I just won $1 million. I'm like, damn, for real? That's what's up, bro. Now, I may be excited as fuck, all right? And I may be having a great day. And I may be more happy for you than you are for yourself. But based on my voice and tone, what I just conveyed to you guys, it doesn't sound like I'm excited. So the whole time you on the other end of the phone, you just won $1 million. You like, damn, G, you hating? And the whole time I'm not hating. The whole time, I'm proud of you, G. All right? Because you've been broke your whole life. So I'm glad you won that meal. But at the same time, my voice and my tone is not reflecting that. So you guys got to understand now, this has a lot to do with your nervous system. Am I going too deep, fellas? All right, let me get a little deep. This has a lot to do with your nervous system, all right? How you react to things will transmit through your voice and your tone. So I'll give you an example. Let's say I was having a bad day, and I wasn't really proud of him, and I was really hating. I probably would answer that phone like, damn, G, that's what's up. Oh, now, yo, you balling now, huh? Oh, you about to go pay off all that debt? Oh, and don't forget you owe me too, my boy. You know, shit like that, right? So based on...
This is why I say never get good at shit that you fucking hate. Because I took acting class in high school, and I was really good at it, and everybody said, you should do this shit, and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Okay, so I did. Why not, right? But because of that, wonderful experience, right? I've just become so good at faking the tone of being a happy and go-lucky and expressive person. Like, whatever tone you want me to be, man, I'll jump in there. I will hop the fuck in that pool for you, man. I really will. And it honestly is of no cost to me. Because, of course, guys, as I've explained before, I just like getting better. You know, so there's no problem when somebody's like, oh, I want you to be this tone for me in this area, because it's like, it's just grinding the skill for me to be more of that tone in that area. And I feel like that is helpful. You know, just for where I feel like going in life. Which is nowhere specific, just in a better place than, you know, today. In general. Another thing, but I forget what color it even was, man. I don't even know what I collected there. Actually, so let's look through here. Let's see. Those are my greens. So yeah, a lot of times when people come to me with their wonderful achievements or whatever they got, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you. This is fantastic. I mean, of course, I don't sound like that, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. It's easy for me to fake the bullshit. And once again, the resentment does build, but certainly not in the moment. You know, I would never, ever, you know, let the people know that I hate them in the chat, in the moment, in the space, you know? I always let people have their fun, their time in the sun, their shine, their light, you know? Now, is that a bad thing? A lot of people would say it is. A lot of people would say he's fake as fuck. He's disgusting. He's disturbing. I'm disgusted with him. And some of those people would be me in different areas. But I've noticed the power with being kind. It just comes, you know, with the resentment, and that doesn't need to be there, okay? It doesn't need to be there at all. So you gotta chill out with yourself and realize that it's really not that serious. Wait, what do I have to take off here to get the fairy member purple? I guess I could just make it from. Oh, you know what? It's because I'm human. I'm a dirty human. All right. But yeah, in general, you got to realize people are just people. You know, a lot of them have the same kinds of fears and hopes as you do. So I generally have to treat not only other people like the gems that they are, but I also have to treat myself like the gem that I am, because I am indeed another person as well. So it's helpful to have an open and honest heart when it comes to news like this, and just give people what you naturally want to give them. You know, like I said, you can't just naturally flow into something that you don't like all the damn time. That's gonna eventually end in your ruin, my friend. And whose fault is that? You know, you're the one who gave it. You're the one who freely gave me this bullshit that I do not fucking need, and now I'm using it against you. So, here's what it is, man. You gotta realize what the true tragedies of life entail of, you know? And it ain't a bunch of, oh no, I'm bending over backwards too much. It ain't a bunch of that. It ain't a bunch of that. Look at the fairy crew. Look at the fairy crew. Very cute, very cute. They're having, I think, a group photo or something. Good times, good times. The servers are always very, very peaceful here. Very, very cute and nice. We are also done with the cosplay, so I'm gonna see if I have the daily to do today as well for you guys. And we'll just finish up this video and in the stream. This is Niwa right here, Nane Niwa, and she'll be in a video quite soon. Quite soon, because I already have the song for it. Yeah.
My voice and my tone, and not to mention my words, which we're gonna get to in a second, that's transmitted in my inner state. It really has nothing to do with him, all right? His situation ain't gonna change based on how I think on my inner state, but it has all to do with what? My energy. Bro, intention is great, and you want to be intentional about life, but you gotta understand a lot of the reason why a lot of you guys are not getting the results you want, or not getting the outcomes you want, or not getting the opportunities you want, or not getting the women you want, is because not only your voice, which I'm gonna tell you how to refine your voice in a second, but your tone. Not what you say, which is your words, but how you say it, all right? So it's a big chunk of your communication. How you say something. Women don't care about what you do. I prove this every day. Come hang out with me for about 2 days,
and that's me too. That's me too, man. Because it's like, sometimes you can do it from having too happy of a tone, you know? Not even like an angry, sad tone. I feel like that's my problem, you know? A lot of times, I just sound too elated or into it, or one note, or I get into that situation where I think I know what they want to hear, when in reality they kind of wanted like an argument. So I honestly, what I have to say about that is to just really truly be yourself, you know, even if it's something that goes against the grain. The happy wife, happy life shit is definitely a myth, especially when you're courting, you know what I'm saying? Because like you don't want to jump into someone else's hot sauce without checking the temperature, and then suddenly you got all these bruises on your skin, baby. Come on, get them bruises off your skin, baby. It's ridiculous. You gotta be yourself all the fucking way to the top, man. And sometimes people don't want that. Sometimes it'll cut it off early, and what a gift for you that is. Indeed, indeed.
I'm gonna show you how women really don't care what you say. Sometimes they do.
They don't.
But they don't care. That's why I say bitch out of love. I still love that bitch, right? But listen to me, G. They don't care what you say, but they do care how you, the energy you carry, the frequency you carry when you say it. All right, guys. So 38% of your communication is your voice and tone. Now, your voice, as a man, your voice is important. Some of you guys have noticed I don't have the deepest voice. Some guys say I sound like fucking Kevin Hart. Some guys say I sound like Eazy-E. G, I feel like I sound.
Oh shit, he do sound like Kevin Hart.
To curate my voice to where
that's
it's not
hilarious.
Unique, but it's also entertaining. Why? Because I can make my voice happier sometimes. I can talk in a deeper voice like this to get you to lean in and pay attention. You see those shifts in tones and volumes and frequencies? These matter. So I don't talk to my boys like I talk to my girl. All right, I talk to my girl very softly, very seductive. All right, my voice is different. I turn on that Rico Suave shit when I'm talking to my girl. But when I'm talking to my boys, it's thunder and lightning. All right, G. All right, fellas, I'm on my prophet shit when I'm talking to my boys. So it's a different tone. When I'm talking to business partners, I'm more prestigious and refined with my vocabulary. So another thing I want to talk about is mirroring and matching. All right, now I always talk about how you be yourself. All right, don't never try to be somebody else. And don't get too caught up on trying to impress people. All right, fellas, if you just focus on becoming the best version of yourself, little side note, you don't have to worry about impressing people. You're gonna impress people through your uniqueness and your presence. But at the same time, there's a technique to this shit, all right? With voice and tone, and that's mirroring and matching people. Now, remember I said I talk different from what? From my girl, then I do with my boys, then I do with business partners, then I do with my sons. All right, I talk in a very different frequency with my kids. But when I talk to my kids, sometimes I have to match their tone with my voice. So, and also with my body language. So I'm gonna include this too. So when I talk to my sons, what I'll do is sometimes I get down, I'll crouch down to my knee to get to his level, so he don't feel so threatened the whole time. Now sometimes I gotta talk over him and look down on him, you know, to let him know who's the man. But sometimes I gotta get down, I'm at your level. Now we playing, now you Spider-Man and I'm Batman, and we in a tunnel fighting the Joker and fucking Barney. All right, G, I don't know. You know that's the shit they be talking about. G, last week me and my son beat the shit out of Peppa Pig in the fucking living room, bro. It was some dope ass shit. Real shit. But anyway, when I get down and talk to him, I match his frequency, his energetic level. So what does that do? This heightens our relationship and the dynamic and the dialogue.
Fuck Peppa Pig.
To a woman. All right, fellas. Some of you guys fuck this shit up all the time. Body language, tone. G, lower your tone when you talk to women. You ain't gotta be all hype. Stop talking to them like you get a fucking TED talk or motivational speech. All right, that is a woman. G, playful, present, passionate. That should be your tone when you're communicating with the female species. All right, fellas. Now let's move to words. Words are 7% of your communication. All right, fellas. It's a real small number. And a lot of you guys probably wonder why it's so small. If you've been paying attention, you'll know, and you can answer your own question. The reason why words, it's not that it's not significant. It's the reason why is because in most cases, especially with women, you really don't have to talk. All right, guys. Some of you guys talk too damn much. There is a word in the English vocabulary that I use a lot. And
I don't mean to call you chatters out, but personally, I love watching female streamers because they do interact with chat a lot more than the dudes, a lot more than the guys. You know, you can see that by here specifically. Sometimes I do actually miss chats in stream, which is hilarious because it's like, who the fuck even is here, you know? And I feel bad afterwards, and I'm like, well, why? I mean, they stayed here the whole time, right? You know, they watched enough. It's not like somebody's gonna go home and be like, he didn't say hi to be back. I'm gonna cry. But, you know, I feel like some, you know, female streamers really do think that, you know, that they will cry if you don't say hi back to them. And sometimes it really does happen in the most awkward ways. But in general, guys, not to call out any of you chatters over there, but you don't have to say anything. And I know we all want to date our favorite streamer. It's a terrible want. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, the genie wishes, you know, you rub the lamp and you're like, yes, give me $1 million. And then, you know, it's like, you stole it from a bank or some shit. That's one of those dreams, to date your favorite streamer. You don't want it. You don't want it. You don't realize how good the relationship of streamer to viewer is, right? It's fantastic. It's fantastic. So me personally, I'm there. I'm just mostly in the chats. I always really have been. I'm a long-time lurker fan, right? And I just see it. I just see it regularly. You know, usually the huge fan meetups, or, you know, the loves, the relationships that forms, it's not really the huge dono gifters or the guys in chat or the mega simps. It's just some dude who's there, you know, who's just fucking there. And so you don't need to say a lot. And that happens to a lot of guys in real deal, real life relationships. The dude paying all the bills and doing all the shit and bending over backwards for some girl is usually outshined by the janitor who just comes in and actually listens to her and chills out and is like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Why are you taking your clothes off? What is happening? So, you know, I don't know. I don't know, man. And at least for me, you always kind of fall into it. You know, I don't know if there's ever been a time where I've calculatedly, you know, assessed a situation into a bed. You know, it always happens where I'm just like, whoa, wow, how did the fuck did I end here tonight? Okay, well, here we go. But I don't think that's a good thing necessarily. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. I think that's sort of a plight of today's society. You know, there's so many distractions that I'm even distracted from the people who authentically want me for all of my physical attributes, because yeah, I really tend to not look. It's not like I don't have a bunch of mirrors in my house. I do, but I tend to not like to look at myself. Not like to stare in my own vanity, you know, to be in that aura. It's not fun. For me, at least, because I get that body dysmorphia shit, you know, and then I'm like, ah, god damn it, I gotta work out more, and it just feels weird, right? It just feels weird. But that's the growth mindset in me. You know, we're always looking at different plateaus to reach, different planes to go to, different new things to make, different cool creations, you know? And a lot of these streamers, the reason why I do watch them, for gameplay, of course, so like video game music a lot, but also it's for the ideas. You guys realize it's a communication landscape. Nobody really makes anything from nothing. And so if you want to be this like creative powerhouse, you gotta be comfortable with stealing. You know, not only these designs from VTubers, but the music, the thoughts in general. And once again, I really never understood why people did reaction videos, but it is for, you know, the collaboration in a casual sense, like casual collaboration, you know? It helps us get the general thoughts of anguish, confusion, hate, you know, power. It helps us get all of that out. You know, with a little guidance here, guidance.
And sometimes I use it without speaking the word. Some of you guys
Oh
need to
fuck,
practice
I'm
this.
gonna die.
And that word is silence.
No, he's dying.
All right, fellas, you don't have to
bitch.
respond to every fucking thing. You don't have to answer every
True!
question. All right, guys? And even if you answer a question, you don't have to answer the question. You get what I'm saying, fellas? Meaning you don't have to stay on topic. Meaning you can pivot conversations to your advantage to where you can become more charismatic and magnetic. This is you controlling the flow of the conversation, of the dynamic.
A lot of times, if you don't say anything, it makes way more of an impact.
All right, guys? So pay attention. So I'm going to get specific, all right? Because I got many examples, but this is something, a common known problem a lot of you guys have. So instead of asking...
Even though it's clear I have so much to fucking say all the time, I'd rather save it. Life is long. What if I run out of words?
For things all of the time and getting permission, I want you guys to start speaking in declaration and start speaking in statements, all right? I want you to get rid of things like, can I have? And I think. And can I ask a question? And because, gee, why would you say, can I ask a question? That is a question in itself. So if you come to me and you say...
Oh, yeah, I hate that. I hate that.
You ran out of questions because you already burnt your
I hate that.
So if you have a question, just ask
Yo. Oh, I can tell this story recently because I'm probably going to block this random number. But, yeah, if you ever want to text me or, you know, call me or, you know, get me for anything creative or whatnot, definitely just ask me what you need. Because I got a text recently that just asked me, is this, you know, blah, 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 a name of one of my other channels or whatever? And I was like, what are you doing here? What are you actually doing here? Cause I know it ain't looking for, you know, the actual person behind the channel just to corroborate or congratulate me or whatever, you know, and still to this day they haven't said anything else besides that. So it's probably like a bill collector or whatever, or blah blah blah. But I am so disgusted by people who feel like they have to level off their, you know, request with you answering a question already. It's just such a power play that I can clearly see through. And if you're like this, and you're the one who's like, oh man, I just want to talk to you real quick. Can I talk to you real quick? Blah blah blah. You available for a call? Instead of just calling someone, instead of just asking what you need through text, I can tell you, everybody thinks you're weak. Everybody thinks you're weak as shit. And that's also about that.
To ask the question, it's redundant. And if you're talking to somebody of value and importance, they're gonna get annoyed. All right. And if you're talking to a woman who gets a lot of attention and a lot of dialogue from men, she's gonna get annoyed. All right, fellas. This is why a lot of you guys miss business opportunities, because you don't talk in declarations. You're not decisive. You tiptoe around things when you speak. So remember, I said you don't always have to talk, but when you do talk. But if you so happen to open your mouth, all right, G, that's something called divine restraint. And that means keeping your damn mouth closed. That means shutting the fuck up, however you want to say it, G. Some of you guys like soft language. Some of you guys get mad when I curse or talk aggressive. What the fuck y'all say, G? Just be quiet, all right? But understand, if you do decide to talk, you need to pierce through, just like your eye contact, you need to pierce through the person with your words. So you speak in declaration. So you can practice this at the drive-thru. Instead of saying, can I have a number two, say, I want a number two, or give me a number two. It's very easy, fellas, all right? You practice this in your small day-to-day interactions. So when you get the pivotal moments where it matters, and some of you guys don't think this matters, all right, fellas? These are called micro moments. Small
matters a lot.
In a big moment. So
matters a lot.
Would be a whole date with a woman, all right, fellas? And every time you say, can I have, or I think, instead of I know, or this is what I want, G, it changes the game. It changes the interaction. The woman looks at you differently.
It matters a lot because life really isn't about these giant events like, oh, I made 100 subscribers, I got 80 subscribers, I got 83 subscribers, I got 170. You know, it's not really about that. It's not really about, oh, I just did this huge mark, oh, I'm monetized now. It's not really about those moments. It's about every single fucking moment in between that you ignore, that you try to get away from. You know, that is what life is really about, okay? That's what shapes those other moments that you're so happy about, that you feel so proud of, okay? It is 90% that other bullshit that you went through to get here. So if you're not having fun with that, if you're not constantly grinding every fucking skill in your repertoire during those stupid, mundane, offhand moments that you once again hate, that I once again hate, that we have to get through, nobody can skip this shit. No, there's no New Game Plus. There's no cutscene skip button. Okay, so unless you're actually enjoying all the bullshit cutscenes that you have to go through, and also actively grinding your skills during the cutscenes, you're just gonna be annoyed at not only at life, but at yourself, because there's gonna be so many people that feel like they're ahead of you, and like, for what reason? It's because they kept going. It's because they didn't stop. It's because they saw roadblocks and they said, yes, another challenge.
You feel different about yourself.
To
right?
overcome.
All this does is transmit what? Your energy, your frequency, whether you're confident, whether you're not, whether you're sure of yourself.
Yeah, but don't relax, man. Don't relax. And the reason why, because that's when life's gonna get you.
Instead of speaking to elevate, all right? If you ever spend time with me, or ever had a coaching call with me, or a conversation, you will notice that I don't speak to impress. I speak to elevate. So when you talk to people, stop just being too focused on complimenting people. I know compliments are great icebreakers, right? If you compliment somebody's shoes, or you compliment somebody's car, or you compliment a woman's beauty, yes, that's a great way to lean into a conversation without any tension or awkwardness or something like that. But a great thing to do other than complimenting someone is to affirm someone, all right, fellas? Especially with women, especially if you want to get respect from a woman, is to affirm them. Tell them how great they are at something. Tell them how much you appreciate them, especially if it's somebody close to you, fellas. This is words. And remember, words are primitive, so it's about the energy you have behind it.
Yeah, I have that sensation too a lot. So, you know, I do jump in a lot of VTuber streams, a lot of new VTuber streams, and oftentimes it's very, very, very hard for me to, you know, not jump on that immediate, oh my god, I love your model train. Because that, come on guys, what is the first thing we think when we hop in one of these streams? It's, oh my god, your model is amazing, right? Sure, it's nice to hear, but recently I've just been, you know, treating them like other streamers, you know? Like it's okay to like the model, of course, but, you know, I'm not gonna hop into, you know, another dude's stream and be like, dude, them muscles great, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You're not even like another guy, but, you know, even if it's like a girl who's just chilling there, I don't have to immediately come in and compliment their appearance. I'd say a thing to do for me that I've started to enjoy doing is complimenting, you know, how they're playing, what they're playing. Maybe if they made a funny joke, I'll jump in on that. But oftentimes, man, it's just not necessary. Just enjoy their presence, you know, enjoy the natural aura, you know, of feminine energy, just being playful, passionate, you know, doing their thing. And that's the mirroring that comes with it. You know, you realize more and more, those three things that he said, playful, passionate, and present, that's what a lot of girls just naturally are, right? And so when we tap into that, you know, and we just relax into their energy, it takes off a lot of the pressure, you know, just first of all. But it makes them feel safe as well, because it makes them feel like, oh, he gets it, you know, he understands that we are literally just fucking chilling here, you know. It's just an environment for us to relax, and that's all it really is, man. That's what Twitch was supposed to be for me. And if you want to be, you want to get completely real with it, I watched Twitch since I was a kid, since before I knew how to type. And so that's why, really, if you want to get deeper and deeper, that's really why I don't really, like, just gel with chat like that. Because this is before I even knew how to, like, fucking put words together really quickly, you know? I would be like, I want to say this, and it would take me, like, 5 minutes to type it out, and I'd be like, oh, the moment's already over, so I guess I'll just chill out and watch. And that sort of just stuck with me into regular life. And so I'm a prime time lurker, you know what I'm saying? All my VTubers are on my TV, and I am doing something far, far, far different, you know? Probably listening to music, probably gaming. But usually editing nowadays. Usually working on this stupid fucking channel. Speaking of that, let's finish this up and then I'll log off, because I've been going for, how long have I been going for? I don't even know, man. Oh, we've been going for too long. About, oh yeah, only about an hour 15 actually, so it's not that bad. Not that bad, not that bad, not that bad, not that rad, not that Chad, not that bad, not that dad. Let's go ahead and move him over to the middle a little bit. In the middle, kind of want to put this. Oh, you know, Chatty, you haven't been up on screen. Sorry, Chatty. Sorry, Chatty. It's okay. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody cares. Good, good, good. So we'll put you right over top tier man's face. Oh. I don't know. Man, nobody's saying anything anyway, so we'll just take that away. All right. So let me get back in. We got about 2 minutes left.
So it's not about what you say, but how you say it, but we're on what you say. So you want to affirm people. This is a great way to compliment somebody without leaking your energy. This is what a lot of you guys don't understand. You try to flatter people through compliments, which compliments aren't bad, fellas, but compliments can seem very inauthentic when you're giving them away too frequently. If you feel the need to call someone out, like if a woman is beautiful and you just want to tell her, see, I understand. If I see my chick and she looking good, I'm gonna let her know how much she looking good. But I'm not doing that all day just to get her attention or just to get her approval. I may say that out of pure passion, curiosity, or observance. All right, fellas, but not the need for validation. So when you affirm people, when you tell them something great about themselves that they probably don't tell themselves every day, instead of the normal shit like you're beautiful or I like your shoes or whatever, they hear this shit every day. They bought them shoes because they liked them and they knew somebody would like them. So that's obvious. But when you tell somebody something more affirming, like you shake their hand, look them in the eyes, and say, you got something special about you, make sure you give that light out to the world today. Have a great day. When you say some shit like that, you make somebody look back at you like, damn, I appreciate that, man, you too. Boom. Now they respect you more than anybody in life. Why? Because they weren't thinking that when they walked out the door. They were thinking about the shoes, about the makeup they put on, how beautiful they look, but they weren't thinking about that shit right there. That's how you stand out in this crazy ass, dark ass, weird ass, degenerate ass world today. All right, fellas, you are what you
Clown world. We love it.
So without. All right, fellas. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in today. Share this video. Remember, fellas, your energy doesn't lie. All right, fellas, energy speaks before you do. Share this video with someone that this will help out. It's your boy KT. We out here, baby.
We are out of here indeed, guys. Thanks for watching, chilling with me, and all that good stuff. Go ahead and subscribe to your boy KD if you feel like it. If you feel like it, he is the top tier. The top tier, the manliest of the top tier. All that good stuff. So, I suppose now we'll do our end of the stream shenanigans. And I'll sort of explain why I've done this cosplay. It's because, once again, man, I do it for the ideas. You know, for the ideas, the general love of the game, the love of the music. And I gotta give respects when people give me good content. So, showed my respects for Nane. I don't know how long I have this cosplay on. I also forgot to eat, so let's eat real quick. Let's go ahead and have a little meal. And I'll show you guys what I worked on. We have right here, Pretty Rave team making. Let's do it. So we won't repeat that. We won't repeat that. But that's what we made yesterday. Along with a few others, I'll play a couple of those as well, since we do make them every day. I'm not worried about running out or anything. But yes, the main reason why I watch other people, man, they give me good song ideas. They give me good songs, but above that all, it's a good vibe. And like hell, if I'm talking to anybody who is actually in my real life, because they're not my fans. They're not my fans. They don't like me. I figured it out, man. You know, the people around you actively want to kill you. You know, I imagine, you know, in another universe when Nananiwa, you know, was my next door neighbor, probably tried to murder me. So, tis what it is. And it's not even like I imagine, you know, a future where us internet people can conglomerate and become together, because TwitchCon, like I said, it's a lie. TruthCon, it's not here for people like me. Not for people who don't participate in goon and simp in chat hard as possible. It's made for them. It's not made for me. It's not made for me. I don't even think content creation was made for me before, because, you know, it's not supposed to make me money, but I don't know, man. I like doing it, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Either way, let me stop penetrating you with silence. Let's get to more music, guys. This is Alone in the Digital Dark.
Now be a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, go on a run if it's 12 on his ass. Load up the chopper if they're trying to clash. Now be a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, he used to run with a gun and a mask. He used to take all your shit in his stash. Now be a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash. Shit. 9 times out of 10, he gon' die, he gon' go to jail. Let's not pretend. Look, everybody starts as a kid with a pure heart, then they turn to him. Papa died, mama died, all the nigga know is sin. Traumatized, freedom jeopardized, he just wanna win. What's a smile when you dodging strikes, dodging every pin? 15 on his head, he ain't tryna go in. 15 on his head, make the po-po grin. 5 years later, all that po-po talk is just a flashback. Digital dash, he used to run with a gun and a mask. He used to take all your shit in his stash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, go on a run if it's 12 on his ass. Load up the chopper if they're trying to clash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, he used to run with a gun and a mask. He used to take all your shit in his stash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash. I've been shutting the world, the feelings inside. I'm feeling defeat and feeling the minds. Running the streets, dodging the signs. Running the heat, stay with the iron. Talking to me, that's not a crime. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I've been shutting the world, the feelings inside. I'm feeling defeat and feeling the minds. Running the streets, dodging the signs. Running the heat, stay with the iron. Talking to me, that's not a crime. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. Fully auto with the chopper, make a oppa drop up. That's the same shit that send a nigga straight to lock up. That's the system put in place they use to try to stop us. The same system put in place that niggas always fall from where I was. Guns, drugs, 12, calm, run, but I'm still a felon. If I fuck up, then I'm done. Where I'm from, niggas that don't tough up, get stomped on. And niggas that get looked at as a target, get locked on. I ain't going back to jail, that's a thug. 5 years later, all that jail talk is just a flashback. Digital dash, he used to run with a gun and a mask. He used to take all your shit in his stash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, go on a run if it's 12 on his ass. Load up the chopper if they're trying to clash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, he used to run with a gun and a mask. He used to take all your shit in his stash. Now he a good boy, used to be bad. Flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash. I've been shutting the world, the feelings inside. I'm feeling defeat and feeling the minds. Running the streets, dodging the signs. Running the heat, stay with the iron. Talking to me, that's not a crime. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. Shutting the world, the feelings inside. I'm feeling defeat and feeling the minds. Running the streets, dodging the signs. Run from the heat, stay with the iron. Talk killing me, that's not a crime. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5. I said a weed, I'm doing 5.
She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I can smoke already, so hard in my blunt is. I see past pretty faces, so I got trouble trusting. But I let my guard down for you. Said I'll put my guard down for you. Said I'll be vulnerable, so you can break my heart if you want to. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. No prayer talk come through, it's time to break it in. 32 like my pants size, cause the niggas try breaking it. New condo, say your name at the front. You can stay if you want. It's been one of those nights I ain't had in a minute. It's been a minute, had the powers from the recreate the feeling. But it's never the same as the first time we did it. First time we did it. But I let my guard down for you. Said I'll put my guard down for you. Said I'll be vulnerable, so you can break my heart if you want to. She said, take your time, what's the rush? Take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt.
Good time, guys. Good time, guys. Good time, guys. If you enjoyed that last little instrumental ditty we did there, it's fun times. It was fun times. Goodbye, goodbye, chat. Goodbye, chat. Chat. We've done it. We've done it. We've done the cosplay, the weeklies, the stream. Everything's finished. It's cold, and I am out of coffee, so that is what I will do for today. Don't hate from outside the club. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's get one more new song in here before we get out. One more new song. I did this the day before yesterday. The day before yesterday. So we'll go and listen to it. We have 1986, or 2004 as per the original title. It's a little bit of a spooky one. It may be after Halloween, but I'm still freaking y'all motherfuckers out, okay? I'm still freaking y'all motherfuckers out! Remember to waste your time wisely. I love you. I appreciate you. The subs, the loves. Go somewhere else. Go outside, okay? The world needs you to stop being a gooner. Good morning, America. It's MASHUP Monday. I might be back tomorrow. I might be back tonight because it's MASHUP Monday. I might not. Who cares?
When I was young, I got raped. 5 bitches twice my age. Picked me up from school to meet hers and got laid. Ever since that day, I never looked that shit the same. Fucked up in the brain. Pussy what I blame. Fried, so you know why I like chicken wings. My life is insane, like I'm from Baby Gang. How I'm supposed to change with all this fucked up shit I sang. Fucked up, yeah, I know. Fucked up as I'm old. I'm so used to fucked up, I get fucked up at the show. Fucked up, yeah, I know. How fucked up could it go? Nipsey left me like how Biggie left home. Whoa, and Slim got his life stole. Telling myself I'll be alright though. Shit really fucking with my psycho. My little bitch lost her life in lipo. They tell me don't worry. They ask me if I'm okay. Motherfuckers don't deserve me. Not even on my worst day. This life shit crazy. Grew up at a young age. Oh man, why you had to hurt me? Okay, now back when I was a juvie and shit, got used for the dick. I ain't even know what to do with the bitch. Confused a bit. Her niece, I went to school with the bitch. My screws loose, who got the tools to fix? So I went to the homies and we talked about it. They thought exotic, that was their only thoughts about it. Dick hard cause of clothes, she stripped all about it. Hypnotized from them hip and thighs, all hypnotic. Yeah, that's when I bust my first nut. Young nigga with his dick all in a grown up. With the shits in real quick, how I growed up. Got took advantage of, and I liked it, so what? Y'all call that sex abuse shit. I just thought she was doing some cool shit. If I would've told mama about the new shit, the bitch probably would've been up on the news clip. They tell me don't worry. They ask me if I'm okay. Motherfuckers don't deserve me. Not even on my worst day. This life shit crazy. Grew up at a young age. Oh man, why you had to hurt me? So just think before the next time you start asking, why's you like that? Why's you savage? Why every hoe you fuck with is never long lasting? No access to my heart, I give no passage. A bitch took advantage of me, I ain't got no trust. The bitch took advantage of me, I ain't get no fucks. At 14 years old, I got my dick sucked. At 14 years old, I got my dick fucked. The hoe was 30 years old, and I never told. Was dating her niece when this happened, it was swear on my soul. I ain't wanna spill the tea, so I just let her go. Cause me and the auntie kept fucking for sure. And oh, one day I feel like this was too much. I knew this wasn't regular ass, I grew up. She told me eat her ass, after that I threw up. Ooh, can't believe I had my face in the butt. Damn it, don't worry.